Alright, welcome back guys. This is the SR22. I just got done shooting it for the first time. I really enjoyed it. The review was just posted, so if you're interested, go ahead and check out that review. But in this video, I'm going to do some cleanup because I just shot it, it's dirty. I'm going to show you how to field strip it and how to clean it. So of course, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to drop the magazine and of course check to make sure that our weapon is clear. So we're going to drop the magazine. Pichu, that plops right out. No ammo in there. And then we're going to pull back the slide and we're all clear. Alright, now that we have that established, there's going to be a little lever right over here in the trigger well. You're going to put your finger down there. The first time getting this loose is an absolute pain. So you might have to get a tool to do this. After you do it a few times, you probably might be able to do it with your fingernail, but you need to get that and pull it down. See, I just popped it open there and we're going to release that. And basically that's just a lock for your slide. So now that I have this down, pushed it all the way through, now we can get the slide off the rest of the pistol. Alright, now you can see that that lever has been pulled down. We're going to pull the slide back. And as it pulls back, you can see that it tilts up. So once it's tilted up, you're going to push it back forward and it's going to teeter-totter its way over and come off. You have the spring that is also coming off. The spring is going in a little groove on the inside right underneath the barrel. So you can see right down here, there's a little divot. That's where that spring goes. And that is the easiest field stripping that you can do with this one. If you want to go even further and remove the barrel, you can. It's not really necessary. As free as this barrel is to get to, you can get a cleaning rod in and out of here, no problem, without taking this out. But if you'd like to, if you look right up in here, you can see in the trigger well, there is an Allen key bolt that goes through here and it holds the barrel in place. So you just have to go through there, take that off. But like I said, with the barrel being the way it is, just like this, it's very, very accessible. You can put a cleaning rod through here very easily without it getting in with anything else. But if you look up in here, this definitely needs some cleaning. It is very gunked up. This was a fun gun to shoot. Again, go ahead and watch that video if you'd like. But let me go through here and clean up all this nasty stuff that I got. Alright, so now that I'm done cleaning the outside, I'm going to go ahead and get my cleaning rod and put it on through the barrel and make sure I get all the crap out of the barrel. Alright, now that I've done cleaning the barrel, everything on the outside, all that extra crap from shooting for the first time and all the specks and particles and old CLP and stuff that they put on from the factory, I'm going to go ahead and coat everything I can in a nice healthy dose of my CLP, because that was the one thing I noticed when I did get this. It wasn't rough to slide, but it just didn't feel very smooth. So I'm gonna be happy to see how well this does when I put it in. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna coat CLP over everything that has any sort of metal on metal or moving parts. I've got to make sure that is all lubricated and clean. Also anything that could possibly rust, because CLP is going to prevent it from rusting if this is something that you're keeping in your car or in a place in your house and you have, say, a lot of moisture. If you live in North Carolina where it's extremely humid, it's a good thing to do to coat everything you can in CLP, make it last longer, less rust. And next up, I'm just going to go over the spring. This one usually doesn't get very dirty, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this in my little blue towel, my cleaning towel here, and just spin it and try to get off all the old stuff. Maybe it has little particles of carbon buildup or whatnot, so I'm gonna go through there, clean up as much as I can on that, and re-lubricate it. And last but not least, we do have the slide here. We're gonna go through, we're gonna make sure everything is clean just like before, get rid of all those little speckles in there. That's the major issue that's creating any sort of grinding or sandpaper-like sliding. So I'm gonna go through here, clean up all that nasty stuff that's on there, all that carbon, all the nasty stuff from the bullets. So now that everything is nice and lubricated and cleaned, we can put it all back together, which it's 3 pieces, the spring, the bottom, and the upper receiver. Easy as pie. All you have to do is you take the top, the slide, and you're gonna look through here and you're gonna have the 2 holes. The barrel's gonna go in one, and that bottom one is where your seat, your spring. So this flat part is not gonna go in this one. You're just gonna put the spring end in this one, and that's so you can push this through and see how on the other end it pops through. That's what you want. So we're gonna hold this in place, and we're gonna take the lower, and if you look up in here, you'll be able to see right up there, there's a hole. That's where that spring is gonna go. So I'm gonna put the barrel through that hole, and if we look down here, you're gonna get that spring, and you're gonna put that spring in that hole. Make sure it's still going through that one. And then you're also gonna check to make sure the barrel is going through the right one. And then as you push it through, it's gonna go back up to that position you were at. Barrel's going through, and then you're gonna push it down. And once you push it down, go all the way back, then everything comes back together. The same as when you put it backwards and then teeter-tottered it through. Same thing, you're gonna come all the way back, push it down, and it's gonna come forward. Now everything's back together. You just have to lock it in place by pushing that little lever back into place, and there you go. Everything is now lubricated and cleaned. Now you're ready to go to the range again and be a happy camper.